Picture a forklift driver at 5 in the morning, moving through a warehouse the size of 2 football fields. Shelves rise to the ceiling. The aisles are narrow. The loads weigh thousands of pounds. One wrong move can hurt someone or bring down a rack. From the outside, the job looks simple. Sit down, move boxes. But the real question is, what does this worker actually make, and what does it take to earn it? Forklift operators are classified by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the federal agency that tracks jobs and wages, under a category called Material Moving Machine Operators. That category exists because the work is not casual labor. It is a defined occupation with specific demands. Operators move raw materials, finished products, and freight inside warehouses, manufacturing plants, shipping docks, and construction yards. The work runs around the clock because supply chains never stop. Materials ship at midnight just as easily as at noon, which means overnight shifts, weekends, and stretches of overtime are built into the job, not occasional, but structural. Before we get into the money, let me tell you why that matters. Hey, it's CJ, the creator of this channel. If you want to make YouTube videos like this, then topic2video.com will handle everything for you. Just input your topic, choose a video length, and a full-length video about your topic will come out the other side. I know it sounds simple, but it's true. Try it for free today at topic2video.com. Now back to the video. Here's what most people get wrong about forklift driving. They see someone sitting down and assume the job is low effort. It is not. A loaded forklift can carry anywhere from a few thousand to over 10,000 pounds at once. At that weight, a forklift does not stop instantly. It does not steer the way a car does. The back wheels do the turning, which means the rear of the machine swings wide on every corner, and if you forget that while something is next to you, the results are catastrophic. Operators work in environments filled with pedestrians, other equipment, tight clearances, and uneven floors. The concentration required is sustained, not occasional. You cannot zone out. You cannot lose track of where the load is, what is behind you, what is above you, and how much the surface beneath you can hold. Add to that the pace. Most warehouse environments operate under strict throughput targets. That means moving X number of pallets by a set time, every shift, every day. Miss those targets and the pressure comes down fast. The job demands precision and speed simultaneously, and it demands them for an 8-hour or 10-hour or 12-hour shift with very few real breaks in concentration. Before any of that can happen, there is a legal requirement standing at the door. OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, says every powered industrial truck operator must be trained and evaluated before touching a machine on the job, and it is not just a written test. Operators must be trained on the exact type of forklift they will use, checked in the real workplace, and then certified by their employer. That last part matters because the employer signs off and takes legal responsibility. OSHA has a specific standard for forklifts because the safety stakes are real. Forklifts are involved in tens of thousands of injuries in American workplaces every year, so certification is not just paperwork. It is the floor no one is supposed to go below, and in pay terms, it is the starting credential. Workers with current OSHA-compliant certification are easier to hire, and employers who know training costs often pay more for people who already have it. Now, let's get specific about the money because this is where the real picture lives. Forklift pay is not one number. It changes with experience, industry, location, and the kind of machine you can run. At the entry level, someone newly certified and starting their first forklift job, hourly wages usually fall around $12 to $15 per hour. On a full-time schedule, that is about $25,000 to $31,000 a year before taxes. After 2 to 4 years, pay often rises to about $15 to $18 per hour, or the low to mid $30,000 yearly. The median sits around $18 per hour, or roughly $37,000 to $38,000 a year. Experienced operators with 5 or more years, especially those who can handle multiple forklifts or work in specialized settings, often earn $18 to $25 per hour. At the top of that range, annual pay can reach $45,000 to $50,000. In manufacturing, freight, and logistics, where the work is faster and the loads are heavier, some workers earn more. Location matters too. Pay can be a few dollars an hour higher near big cities than in rural areas. Industry matters as well, since manufacturing and heavy industrial jobs often pay more than retail logistics. Now here is where the earnings conversation gets genuinely interesting. Overtime is the biggest way forklift operators can raise yearly income. Under federal law, hourly workers who work more than 40 hours in a week must be paid at least 1.5 times their normal rate for every extra hour. That is called time and a half. If you earn $18 an hour, your overtime rate is $27. That gap adds up fast. A driver at $18 an hour who works 50-hour weeks for half the year, 26 weeks, can bring in about $7,000 more before taxes from those extra hours. That can push annual pay from the high $30,000 into the mid $40,000 or higher. In busy places like big fulfillment centers before the holiday rush or industrial plants running at full speed, 10 to 15 hours of overtime a week is not unusual. The operators who take those shifts and still perform well earn a lot more than base pay alone suggests, but the other side is real too. Overtime at the end of a long shift is harder, and fatigue in a forklift cab is a safety risk. The higher paycheck and the higher pressure come together. Not every forklift operator earns the same, even with the same years of experience. The gap between a $14 an hour operator and a $22 an hour operator often comes down to a few skills and habits. First is certification depth. Basic training covers a standard sit-down, counterbalanced forklift, the kind most people picture, but there are also reach trucks, order pickers, rough terrain forklifts, and high-capacity machines used in steel or lumber yards. Operators certified on more than one type are more useful and usually paid more. Second is precision. Stacking pallets cleanly at height, working in tight spaces without damage, and placing loads exactly where they belong is a real skill. It saves money, so employers pay for it. Third is situational awareness. In a busy warehouse with foot traffic, multiple forklifts, and constant movement, the operators with clean safety records are the ones everyone wants. Fourth is reliability. A worker who shows up on time, handles pressure, and can be trusted on a night shift without close supervision is valuable. Warehouses run on schedules, and when a key operator is absent, everything slows down. Employers know that, and they pay accordingly. It is worth being direct about the trade-off at the center of this job. Forklift driving is not glamorous. There is no simple path for most operators into management or a corner office. The work is physically wearing, sitting in a vibrating cab for hours, working in cold refrigerated warehouses or hot loading docks, and dealing with diesel exhaust or propane fumes depending on the machine. The schedule is hard too. Many places run all day and night, so someone is always on the 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. shift, the Sunday morning shift, or the holiday shift. Newer operators often get those less popular hours. Over time, the body feels it. Repetitive motion, vibration, and long focus can wear people down in ways that do not show up right away. That cost is part of what the paycheck covers. So what does a forklift driver actually make? The honest answer is, it depends, but it is more structured than most people assume. Entry-level pay starts modest, around $12 to $15 per hour, or roughly $25,000 to $31,000 a year. With experience and certifications, median pay climbs to around $18 per hour and roughly $37,000 to $38,000 annually. Experienced operators in demanding industries can reach $22 to $25 per hour, and with consistent overtime, annual earnings in the $45,000 to $50,000 range are achievable. That is not a path to wealth, but it is also not a dead end. It is a skilled trade with a real pay structure, where the workers who invest in their credentials, sharpen their skills, and show up with consistency are compensated for it in a way that compounds over time. The job is harder than it looks. The machine is dangerous. The hours are demanding. The pressure is sustained. But the workers who do it well earn pay that reflects those demands. Not dramatically, not in one sudden jump, but steadily, shift by shift, certification by certification, hour by hour. That is the economics of the forklift operator. And it is a lot more than just sitting down on the job. Hey, it's CJ before you go. I want to tell you something personal. I worked really hard to try to make money on YouTube, and I finally found a way. This video right here was made with a tool I created called topic2video.com. I made all of the videos on this channel with this tool. It creates long-form YouTube videos from just a topic or idea. I want to help people drive traffic to their business with faceless YouTube videos. If you're serious about building a business with YouTube, I want you to try my software. Your first video is free. Go to topic2video.com and try it now. I'll see you in the next one.